Today we'll be doing the lift on the Jeep. Feels real nice out, so I'm gonna try and tackle it. It's not a real big lift, but 3 inches, it'll do the trick for this. Stay tuned. Alright, so first things first, always chalk the wheel. We just mowed yesterday, so there's grass everywhere, but always chalk the wheel. E-brake's up. Go ahead and lift it up. Always use a jack stand. Try to put it on the frame. Well, don't try, do put it on the frame so that the axle can drop down. Because if you have it compressed, it's going to be hard to get the spring off. You don't want it compressed. Well, harder, more like not going to get the spring off. So, I can get it set up anywhere here. You guys can see. Alright, so first, let's see what I can do. Find out what size this shock is. There. I believe it's going to be a 15, which I do not have on this piece. It is a 15, so let me go get a 15 real quick. Alright, so I got that off. It's just a 15mm bolt, and pull it loose. And then you need to get the sway bar link, the 18mm. Pretty easy. Alright, so after you get both those off, I'll put a jack under here. I had the jack stand up under the axle to help hold it in, but because you don't want to unbolt the stuff and it drop down. So I've got the jack under the now, got it removed from the axle. Now I'm just slowly letting it down to try and get the spring uncompressed. Alright, it's still going to be a little tight. Let's see if we can get this thing out. There is more you can unbolt, but I really don't want to, which might end up having to, but let's find out. Alright, so after you get the shock bolt undone, the sway bar link undone, get it jacked up, jack stand off the axle, it swings down. As you can move it now, you can push down on the axle. There's not a whole lot of play in it. It's almost enough to get that out without taking anything else loose, but it's not quite. So I'm going to use this. Will be a little unsafe. I'm not doing it too tight. So I don't recommend this. I recommend going and getting the actual spring compressor tool from any auto parts store. But this is how I'm going to do it because I'm pretty far away from any auto parts store. So I do not recommend this at all. But like I said, I don't need to get it too far compressed. So this is the method I'm going to use. We'll say I have used this before. It's not very safe. Luckily I have not had a strap break on me, but it can happen, so that's why. Just all down, pull out, bam. Alright, so that is out. I can the next thing you need to do is get a little flathead and work on getting this bump stop out. So this will probably take me a minute. Literally just stick up in here. You can see the little, well, you might not be able to see it. There's some little tabs right in here you'll see. Need to just get it out from around that, and it's just basically really thick hard foam. So I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll be back at it. Alright, so got my screwdriver. Basically just flathead. These really aren't that bad to get out. Sometimes they can be a pain, but see if I can stick this up in here so you guys can see it. Alright, try that. Just basically pry. Bam, that's it. Now there's a bolt in here. You can see that we need to get out. So, see what size that sucker is. Oh man. Well, actually, where's my other wrench? I must suck it. Alright. It will be a 15. So, I'm not too good with this camera right now. I apologize. But I'm working on it. Yeah, alright. Alright, I'm going to get a power tool because I don't like doing it this long, so I'll be right back. Alright, so got my impact. Set you guys up real quick. Let me get this out. Try them on loosen. Yep, okay. And there we go. Alright. So the kit does come with a new bolt. Alright. See. Alright. So always make sure it fits. That would suck if it didn't. Alright, so I got this assembled. Different kits will have it different ways. Some will do a bolt all the way from there to bolt in there. This one just comes with a bolt to bolt the piece you took off to it. Then it will just set in here like this. Your spring's gonna have plenty of force to hold that in. It doesn't need to move. When you have coil springs in front, normally they don't bolt in anyways. So it's just the force holding them on. So that's how this goes. I'm gonna work on getting that spring back in here and go from there. Alright guys, after you get that in there, it's compressed right now because I was taking the jack stand out. But yeah, I was saying some will have you bolt it to here, some have you bolt to here, and just, you can see it's not moving. And for a while until I plan on going a bigger lift anyways, so until then this thing it's a daily driver, so it's not going to see much off-roading, unfortunately. But yeah, so just tighten that back up, and I took that A-arm bolt out, got that back in there, got everything tightened up. Gonna put the wheel back on, and then it's the same process for the other side. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll get going on the front. Alright guys, so now for the front. You take the coolant reservoir off. It was just clip here, and then a bolt right there. Move that out of the way. You're gonna have stuff on the other side too. Just fuse panel, I think that's, yep. Fuse panel, you're gonna have to just pop this stuff off, get it out of the way, get this little plastic with these 10mm bolts, get that off, and then you'll get to the screws on that side. But for this side, again, I have the e-brake on, tires are on the back, chalked. Right, so this, I got the wheel off, got it jacked up, jack standing under it. You're gonna, first of all, need to unbolt this. This is your spindle. Take the upper control arm ball joint loose. You're gonna need to take the sway bar link loose. You can see that. And it's probably really gonna help if you take the tie rod loose. So I'm gonna get that, unbolt this, and then there's the bottom bolt for that. So I'm gonna take this stuff off real quick, and we'll see where we are. Alright, so got all that loose. This one came out pretty good. I had to hit the side of this with a hammer. Don't hit the bottom with the hammer, always hit right here, and it'll basically vibrate a little bit and knock it loose. It's always worked for me. Sometimes you do have to hit them pretty hard on older vehicles, but this is a 09, so not too bad. But yeah, that's always worked for me. I don't like the little pickle fork. I use it if I have to, but it'll damage. I've almost always had it damage the boot, and then that doesn't last too much longer. So it's always good to replace the boot, which sometimes you can't just replace the boot. But so just always try hitting the side first. It's always worked for me. Sometimes you have to get twice a big hammer than this, but alright. So I let the jack down, got that played. See, got the top loose. So let's see what I can do here. Stuck in there just a little bit. Right up there. Let's see why. What are you stuck on? Alright, so yeah, there was, you can see the bolt there. The bolt here, you had to take this little cap off, and the two bolts on the strut tower. I don't believe you have to take that off. Couldn't. I'm gonna get a pry bar, see if I can move the top end. It's actually one of the easier lifts I've installed, I will say. Oh, there we go. Boom. And there she blows. So now you just see. I'm trying to do this with one hand. I don't have anybody here helping today. See if I can hold it like that. Just tilt this upper control arm up. And bam. She's out. Gotta take a clip off there. This one could stay, but to get this one off, you kind of have to take this clip off. If I can find my screwdriver. There it is. Alright, so just stick a screwdriver under there, and it's just a little plastic clip. Just don't break this wire. Bam. Alright. So, let's see. Sorry if the camera's not a good angle. I'm trying to hold it with my knees. Bam. Alright. Oh. And there she is. Alright, so let's get this over here in the shade. So this kit, you literally don't have to do anything else with that. Here's the part. Alright, so so I might need to get one of those head mounts. Seems to be what some people are using. Alright, so literally you just put that in there, use the stock bolts that came on, that you took up top, bolt it to here. I mean, you might be able to use these, I don't know, I never have tried. I guess we can try real quick. I'm still not going to, but yeah, no, they're a different thread. It has a horrible sounding Nissan. Anyways, so you'll need to take these all off. But yes, so if you notice, it does have a certain shape to it. It's curved right there, pretty straight there, curved there, and that's the same as this. So just try on that. It doesn't go that way. And there it is. Bam. Right there. So you take the factory bolts, put them in here. You have to lift up like that a little bit to get them tight. Then you slide this in there, and where these went through, poke those through. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bolts on here and get it going. Alright guys, so it's mounted up. You can't really get a torque wrench in here, so just get it as tight as you can with a wrench, but that's about it. Take these bolts off real quick and try. Funny how much quicker they go off the camera than when you're trying to take them off and hold the camera. Seems like it takes forever. Alright, I lost one of these. Not lost, I know it's somewhere. 9% sure where, so I'll find that here in a little bit. Alright. Let's set these up here. Alright, now is the fun part. Just make sure when you stick it in, that goes to the back. So just like that. And we're going to try to get this thing in here. I'm gonna see if I can mount this where you guys can watch. This is a step that's really hard, so I need both hands. Let's see. Might be alright, I guess. Alright, so first thing, put the bottom in first. Yeah. Make sure it passes the fender. This is going to be the fun part, trying to get it in here, or past the upper control arm. Alright, so I'm going to work at this. It's going to take me a little bit. I'll let you know show you how I did it here in a minute. Alright, so that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I just took a real long pry bar, Harbor Freight Special. Put it under this little part of the frame for this lower control arm mount. Put it down, kind of set on the end of it a little bit and right up on that, and it popped right in. So I'm going to slide that up in there, and let's see if we can. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera. So I'm really gonna look into one of these head mounts, I guess. I know they're gonna look funny, but it's gonna help me show you guys more of the process. So, but for now, I'm really sorry that I can't show everything. It's just hard to hold the camera, and I have no one here to help me. This is actually her Jeep, so I'm trying to hurry up because I took her to work this morning and she doesn't know I'm installing this. So I'm hoping she's gonna be happy, and I only got about an hour and a half left till I have to leave. So I'm gonna get this in there and I will show you guys the finished product. The other side is gonna be the same, just a little different on the top. But I'll try to show you guys that if I get to it. But that is how you do it. So I will get this put back together real quick. Alright guys, so yes, you had to take pop these little clips off on this side, two little ones on that side. Take this cover up, just pop it up like this. There's a clip right here, and then this And right there, when that comes up, we got a little 10mm there, right there. Just gotta maneuver that piece out, take the 4 bolts loose. And now I want to show you, I've got this loose, I've got all that loose, but this is what I mean by this one. This one, I had to hit that one too, but I've got to hit this one. And I just want to show you what I mean by hammering. Bam! It works. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this up. It's the same as the other side, and I will show you guys what it looks like finished up. Well guys, that's the finished product. Like I said, it's not a big lift, but you can tell it did help out, and it's just enough. Those tires are brand new. I didn't want to get new tires, and that's enough lift to keep those tires and not look stupid and ride around for now. So later on, when we have money for bigger tires, we'll go bigger lift. But that is how to do it's a 2.5, 3-inch lift. It says 3, but it's about 2.5 on I believe it's like 04 to 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So I hope that helps someone if they're wanting to do this. If so, please subscribe and hit that like button.